So I need. Okay, so let's see if hopefully.
My audio's up, so once you start, you should hear it.
Start what? Oh, I already started.
Oh, okay. Then mine is at the old one, so you'll have to use your phone.
Well, I don't. I just want the comments.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to test the audio.
Oh. Well, I'm not using the microphone, so hopefully. So YouTube. Well, actually, I'll give it a moment for people to come back over here. But all right. Yeah. So hopefully you guys can hear me. YouTube does not allow you to change your audio settings midstream. So because my mic went out, it's just the audio is just dead for the remainder of the stream. So you have to end the stream and start a brand new one. Freaking annoying. And that's the second time that's happened with this. So let's see. So as I was saying, where'd the set go?
Oh,
Okay, well, I don't know when the audio went out. Somebody said it was when I was showing off the booklet to the X Maxine Pearl box set. It's pretty cool.
I have to turn down my audio.
Even though it's not
I think that's everything. Oh no, it's not.
It should be everything to it.
No.
Oh yeah, that box. So the only article in here is in the beginning of the book, and then it's all just artwork and stuff from the thing and VHS covers for the movies that are talked about in universe. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully, I mean it's too bad it's not the 4K version, but oh well, it was 3. Let me just put this back together. Or were you still looking at this?
I can look at it after.
Okay. But anyway.
So you push papers for the army?
What
My cousin mocked her.
Okay, what just happened?
Do you want me to fix it?
No, I'm going to need you to pull up the chat. Because I don't know how to pull up the chat on the phone for all the previous questions. Hello, Kidder96. Don't know if you joined before I had audio issues, but welcome if you either way, since I didn't greet you earlier. Same with you, Thomas Proctor and Box Knight. This video is going to be shorter because I'm getting hungry and I need food, but I'm trying to get the comments pulled up from the last live stream so that I should be able to pull it right up. Go through the questions that were already asked.
You're going to have to give me a few minutes because I have never tried to pull up live comments after a video.
Oh, well, let's see.
Yeah, because it's not giving me an option.
Really?
Yep.
That's so weird. It should have just... Well, let me click on the... let's see.
As long as it doesn't log you out of what you're doing.
Usually there would...
So everybody, hello and welcome to Technical Difficulties, aka Kaijin Okami.
But yeah, okay, the chat's not even showing up there now. What the heck? Usually you could just pull up the chat.
Well, it's a different chat. It's a live chat, not regular comments. So.
Well, that's lame. Okay, yes, I guess you guys are going to have to repost your questions.
Well, I saw one of the questions. You play mobile games.
No, I don't play mobile games.
Well, why not? I do play mobile games. I actually currently play Monopoly Go if anybody wants to join me there.
I don't play my mobile games because I like games on the console. I want to just enjoy that. But yeah, so okay. Let's see. Kidder96 says they're a lover of Gojiger, watching from Chicago. Hello. As I said earlier, I don't know what happened. The auto just kind of disappeared from out of nowhere. Yep. I think my Yeti is kicking the bucket because, as I said, that's the second time that's happened. And YouTube doesn't allow you to change your audio midstream, which sucks. Let's see. Doritos or Cheetos? Cheetos all the way. Yeah, Thomas, if you can repost your questions, because it doesn't look like I can pull up the chat anymore from the old stream, which kind of sucks because I could have sworn that the chats were still there. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe if I let the ad play through, the chat will be there. Let's see. Settings. Well, nope. I just want the chat. Okay. Well, yep. I'm going to need you to just repost your questions, sadly. All right. I'm currently watching Kamen Rider Gito and Zyuohger. Awesome, Nick. Hopefully you are enjoying your Gito, and well, hopefully you're enjoying Zyuohger as well. I don't know why, Chris, they don't let you change your audio. They just don't. That's what I thought, Anthony, is that I thought chats could be pulled up. But it's not.
Not live chat.
It's not letting me, though. For the things you use to make videos, how much does it cost? Well, I got Sony Vegas when it was on sale way back 10 years ago for $30. And so, but I think now you're looking at anywhere from 50 to 100 for video editing software. Thoughts on the Terrifier franchise? I think they're all right. I really liked the anthology movie that came out first. All Hallows Eve, or was it Ninth Circle?
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Ninth Circle was the name of the segment, yes. I feel like the movies are more about the gore factor than any plot, but I am curious to see where this Valkyrie demonic clown plot goes. I did like the second movie, the best of the three Terrifier movies. Box Knight says they haven't played mobile games since 2010. How much was that Blue Yeti? I think it was $89 when it bought it. What, in 2018?
Yes.
2000. So yeah, 2018. It was $89. Which one do you like, hibachi versus fast food? Hibachi is where they cook on the grill in front of you, right?
Yes.
Then hibachi.
I'm playing a new game called Don't Starve Together.
Are you interested in checking out Toho's Bloodthirsty trilogy and Dai's Invisible Man films? At some point, I'll get around to them. Let's see. Are you going to get the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K sets? From Kim Tui, I actually have it. I showed it earlier, but you might not have been on when I did that. It is right over there on the top shelf next to Friday the 13th and James Bond. The Sean Connery 4K set. Um, Favorite childhood Halloween candy? I don't really have a favorite Halloween candy. I don't know what really constitutes specifically as Halloween candy. I just know I don't like um candy corn. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so Thomas has reposted this question in full caps. So I'm going to read it in full caps. Well, my question was a three bears kind of question. Which Sentai villain group did the best and worst interacting with the Rangers? Who did little? Who did too much? Who did just the amount right? Well, I should have had some water before I read that. Who did the best interacting with the Rangers? Astronema. Who did the worst? Zed. Who did too little, too much? Who did? Oh, actually, okay. Let me rephrase that. Astronema did the right amount. Zed did too little, and I would say who did too much? Who did too much? I don't know if there's really a villain who did too much. She didn't do really anything, but she did more than Zed. Who did too much? Actually, I guess it doesn't have to be a main villain leader. So I would say too much would probably be Godar. I liked Godar, but it got boring after a while when he's just losing every time he encounters the Rangers. Interested in seeing any Fu Manchu films with Karloff and Christopher Lee? Are those the ones where Boris Karloff is in yellowface? Because I'm not sure. Are you going to do a video about your dad and Blu-ray collection video one day? No, and someday I might. Looking forward to the upcoming Anaconda remake that stars Paul Rudd and Jack Black. No, because why do we need another Anaconda movie? Goddamn, Kaiju, that was pretty loud talk. Well, I wanted to mimic the caps. Favorite writer final form? Mine is Geats 9, which has probably the most badass intro. Geats 9 was a really cool form. Mine is Blade's King form. After these shows are finished, the next ones to watch are Jam Person, Decade, Fies, and Windspector. Well, enjoy, Nick. What happened to your live stream? The audio went out and YouTube does not let you change audio midstream, so I had to end it and restart a new one. What did you think of Kronos? It was okay. I don't think it's a movie I will ever rewatch again, but I think it was worth the one-time viewing. An interesting take on a vampire movie. It was just very slow moving. And the audio was kind of bad at times. Especially with, what's his, Ron Perlman's uncle character. I thought the audio was kind of bad on all the scenes in his factory. Was Jan Person just kind of forgotten in your opinion when you did your review of the show? It is just kind of forgettable. It's there. Yeah, I had audio issues box night. Hi, the Goji Shay. How do you rank the Anaconda movies from best to worst? I don't know. I've only watched the original and parts of one of the other one. No, I'm good. I saw whatever one clips of whatever one you were watching that one time. I don't know what it was though. Give me 1 second though. I need to get off camera for a moment. Ow. My legs are stiff. My legs are super stiff. All right. I might get Hakiters at some point from Media Blasters. Favorite and least favorite rider kicks. Technically, I probably would say my least favorite is Kabuto's, just because he's just like boom. I don't really know if I have a favorite. I will go with Agito. No, actually, I liked Wizards with the flame effect. Top 5 Resident Evil games for you. Well, number 1 is obviously Resident Evil 2. Number 2 is Resident Evil 4. 3, well, 4, then remake. Then I'd say probably Cold Veronica, and then 7. I think that's my order I'm going to go with. So 7, Cold Veronica, 3 is remake, 2 is 4, and number 1 is 2. Who do you remind Baku Yoruzu of which rider? Like, what do you mean about for him? Favorite Tomb Raider game? Ooh. Well, I love the newer series. Rise of the Tomb Raider? Is that the second one? That's probably my favorite. I'm going to try to do something Castlevania related for next Halloween. Hello, Masena. Interesting in checking out Criterion's Qui-Gon, a Japanese anthology horror film. Don't we have Qui-Gon? No, we don't. At some point, I will. I did review Yakuza 6. Maybe I just forgot to put in the playlist. I'll have to check that out later. But yeah, I reviewed it. Don Brothers was the last Reiwa Sentai finished, and man, it was amazing. And third favorite Reiwa Sentai behind Kira Major and King Oger. Nice. I don't think I've seen Cursed from Wes Craven. Which is the most quality consistent overall, Ultraman, Sentai, or Rider? I would say Rider is the most quality consistent. Yeah, Don Brothers is very fun to watch. I was thinking about villain groups as a whole in the Sentai season. Thought they came from rewatching Zeo and seeing how little they did things with the Rangers tells you the later half. Which version of 4, the original or remake? Yes. Did you start watching Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider? No, I've got no interest in it. Anime, I don't have time for anime because of Toku. Also, I don't want to support Crunchyroll to watch it. And I don't want to bother watching anime these days unless it's completed because anime takes so long between seasons where when it's not a single season show or the season ends on a cliffhanger and then it takes forever to get a sequel. So at this point, I just don't even bother unless the series is over and I own it on physical media because my anime backlog is so full from all the Blu-rays over behind that wall that if I'm going to watch anime, I might as well tackle my backlog first. Did you know there's an unaired pilot episode of Big Bad Beetleborgs? I did not. Thoughts on Val Kilmer's death? It sucks. I don't have really any opinion on it. Did you think Lightspeed Rescue had one of the best Zords and Power Rangers? I mean, I like the train ones. So yeah, they're really cool. Did you know that Michael Bay is coming back to Transformers? Why? Who are your favorite and least favorite Sentai main villains? Favorites is the Cyma Clan from Go-Go 5. Least favorite is Agos from Battle Fever J? I think it's Battle Fever J for Agos. Let's see. I heard it's good. It's just like I said, Chris, I don't have an interest in watching anime at this time. And again, I don't want to support Crunchyroll. Thoughts on the Water Empire, and Crisis Empire. They're both cool. I like the Water Empire for Spielbahn. I really like the diversity among the cast, the characters, the father being one of the main villains. For Crisis, they're not as fleshed out as the Water Empire, but I did enjoy them a lot more the second round, this time watching RX than the first. But they're kind of like your stereotypical Kamen Rider villains for the Showa era, but they have more screen time compared to the villains of the past, so that I give them a lot of credit for. The only Ultraman series post Showa that I haven't seen is Max, and I really don't know when I will get to it. Max is a decent show. Ever seen Timmy the Tooth? I don't think I've ever heard of it. I tried asking Toku Spirits about how much the autographs for Sentai and Kamen Rider actors. They said 100. I asked, is that for the group or individual, but got no answer. No, it's 100 per actor. That's what was at Power Morphicon. 100 per actor, 100 for the selfie. Sometimes they do deals. Like mine, I got the 6 actors for Power Morphicon for 500 for both the autograph and the picture. I mean, they say selfie, but it's just a picture on your phone. And so it's 100 each. When the Mecha Giants and the new Mech Giants from Bioman were just kind of forgotten nowadays. Has your opinion on Maji Ranger soured after the release of better Sentai shows? Yeah, I liked Maji Ranger a lot more when it first aired than I do these days. Thoughts on Batman Beyond as a show? I liked it for the most part. I think the last little bit of it was a bit messy, but I like it as a whole. In Kamen Rider X's dad reminds you of Gundo from Evangelion. Not that bad. Especially Yeah, I don't think he's that bad. Shocker or Joe Shocker? I will go with Shocker. Favorite Halloween costume as a kid? Morbius from 92, 93. I forget what year I wore a Morbius costume, but I was Morbius for Halloween. That was pretty awesome. What would make both Godzilla vs. Gigan and Megalon better movies? Lack of stock footage, so more original footage. Having a better soundtrack for Megalon would definitely have worked, because one of the biggest issues with Megalon is its pretty awful soundtrack. And probably those two. Toku Phanamax. I'm currently making a review video on Maji Ranger. Still a great show to me. Understandable. Goji Shay, am I correct that you've said before that you really don't like Evangelion that much? Nah, I'm not the biggest Eva fan. Like, I like it. I think the soundtrack is incredible. I like the designs and a lot of concepts. I just don't like the execution. Especially, I hate Shinji. I think he is a horrible protagonist. I think the show would have been better if it had been about Asuka. Rei is also pretty one-dimensional. I need plasma. Funny enough, Russian though, my Morbius Halloween costume was based on his design in the comics, because I was introduced to Morbius through the comics first in Rise of the Midnight Suns. So that's what my costume was based on. X8 or Geo? I haven't watched past episode 4 of Geo to really say. Favorite Popeye cartoon? I was never really a big Popeye fan, so none of them. Were you a fan of Halo? I was not, because I wasn't really that big of an Xbox person. And I didn't really start liking first-person shooters. Well, I don't really like first-person shooters in general, but I tolerate them because of Metroid Prime and Far Cry 3. And a couple Call of Duties weren't bad. But I never really got into Halo. I can understand that, Nick Lenz. The only reason I can justify $100 for autographs for the Toku actors is because they were flown out of Japan. So that I can fudge leeway for, because it's not like you're going to get to meet actors from Japan all the time. Are you excited for GTA 6? Of course. Have you seen American Psycho? Yes. It wasn't bad. I don't think it was the groundbreaking masterpiece my coworkers made it out to be, but I didn't think it was bad. Favorite Sentai team, not show, the team itself. My favorite Sentai team as a whole. Well, I mean, it's going to be the Die Rangers. I just really like the team dynamic. Although if I don't include Die Ranger, it would be my favorite team overall. Probably Go-Go 5 or Time Ranger for the teams themselves. Yeah. Flashman or Don Brothers? Probably Flashman. Thoughts on the Next Mutation Power Rangers in Space crossover? Horrible. All of Next Mutation was just horrible. And the crossover's worse, though, because it's not even the same voices from the Next Mutation. Are you going to review Megaloman one day? Megaloman? I don't know. What GTA game has the best story in your opinion? It's not my favorite. Vice City is my favorite game, but I would say San Andreas probably had the best story. Yes, San Andreas, I agree, Chris. I don't think GTA 6 will be the best GTA game ever, but it better be damn good with how long it's taken them to make it. Thoughts on the Gorma tribe? I think the Gorma were awesome villains. I love the concept of the tribe being an ancient civilization, and that they found ways to use powers to turn them into monster forms, give them monster forms. Thoughts on the Problem Child movies?
Oh, I love
I hate the Problem Child movies. I can't stand them. I do think the second one was better than the first, but I think they're just awful movies. They were my introduction to Gilbert Godfrey, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because I really don't like Gilbert Godfrey in those movies. Will you do some gaming videos on one day on the channel? I do gaming videos occasionally. I've done the Yakuza franchise review. I reviewed Metroid Dread. I reviewed Resident Evil 2's remake and 3's remake. Um, will I do more? I don't know. Like, other than that stuff, I'm not sure. Favorite rider base suit? Mine is build, shown with my channel pick. My favorite base suit is black. I love the black design. What are games you're currently playing? I actually haven't played a video game since we left Colorado. I'm going to be playing The Thing Remastered next week, though. I'm going to be playing The Thing Remastered. After that, I have to find time to do Silent Hill F and Clock Tower Remastered. And then Tomb Raiders 4 to 6, because I did 1 to 3 before we moved. Favorite season of Alfred Hitchcock Presents? I've actually never watched Alfred Hitchcock Presents. But I am getting super hungry, so I am going to finish up here. It does suck the live stream got interrupted, but it is what it is. Let's see. Do you think Will Smith was miscast as Genie in the Aladdin remake? Possibly, but I think he did a great job with what he worked with. He didn't just copy Robin Williams, he did his own thing. So I think it was fine. I do still think Kamen Rider Double is good. Favorite Showa rider design, not counting Kotaro. I do like X's design. Well, I do like Sky Rider's design. I hate the show, but I do love Sky Rider's design. So I would probably say Sky Rider. Ever watched anything on High Dive? No, just because I just never looked at it. I've got to go now, so I hope you have a good day, Kaiju. You too. What have been some of the best modern day horror movies in your opinion? Well, Nosferatu, incredible. Sinners, incredible. Late Night with the Devil, Alien Romulus, The Witch. if you count that as modern. I don't know what your definition of modern is. Last Night in Soho. Barbarian. It Follows. Weapons. The new Frankenstein was incredible. Was really good. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. We'll go with those. What was the problem with Skyrider for the second half? Well, it got really silly, super silly. And as I said earlier in the other stream video, the ending start, like the last several episodes completely contradict the beginning of the show, because he apparently knew about Shocker the entire time, even though in the first episode he had no idea who Shocker was. I won't say why, but it was dumb. But that is where I'm going to end the stream because I am hungry. As I said before, this stream was brought to you by Life Wants You Dead, Stan Young's Shang-Chi Long, and the Tai West movie trilogy for X, Pearl, and Maxine. As always, click like, subscribe, the bell notification. Do that on both live streams, hopefully. Click on whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us. You can support us on Patreon and Bluesky at tokuaannetwork. Network, Facebook, Instagram, Discord at Kaiju Nakami. Twitter, it has a new account that's just TAANN for Tan. There are links in the previous live stream's description for GoFundMe's, one to support the channel for another 10 years, so it can live another 10 years, one for health purposes, and that's all I've really got. So have a great Halloween. Let's see, some last minute comments before I say bye. Are you fine with some Godzilla monsters being one-offs, or do you want them coming back? I would love to see a couple come back, but it depends on how they're done. I would love to see King Caesar and Gigan used again. This was a fun live stream. We know I had problems with the audio, but you do what you do. And yep, so until next time, bye. End stream.